Alright guys, what's up? I got an update on the stuff Mike sent, the props and the batteries. The quad that he sent I hadn't checked out. it don't have a receiver in it. I knew that. I got to put one in it. I'm sure there's not a thing in the world wrong with it. The props he sent, I finally figured out what they are once I got me some glasses on. They're Gemfan 5043 props, so they're real low pitch. I'm not used to that low pitch, and it's going to really take some getting used to. I've already tried them with two or three batteries this morning, and my first thought is I'm not happy with them because it takes a lot of thrust for this quad to do 3D, because I have to flip two of the props upside down so I can have the same amount of thrust both ways. So you lose a lot of your thrust by doing that. So with low pitch props, it really makes it tough. You got to have high pitch props. I can make them work, but I do like the smoothness of them. They're smooth as silk, man. But you got to use a lot more throttle in order to get it to stay in the air. Now let's go to the Lipos. Now brother, I'm not blaming you for this one bit, but I'm not real happy with these Lipos. I'm going to be honest with you. Now if you'd have given them to me, I wouldn't have said a word. But since we are making a trade here, I got to say something, because you're getting work from me. I'm going to keep them. They'll do, but something's not right about them, and I can't quite figure out what it is. I'll show you some videos. I'll show you some DVR here just in a minute, and these batteries basically act the same way as my other ones that are going bad. Within 15 or 20 seconds of the flight, I'm done dropping down into the like 12 and 11 volt range. So something ain't right with them. We'll check the resistance here in a minute on them, but I think part of it is they say 100C on the battery, but I don't believe it for one bit. For one thing, they got a lot smaller wires coming out right here than like my 100C Ovonics do. So I believe they're more like 60C Lipos to begin with. So that means they ain't going to have the punch that a good battery will have. They're just cheap batteries, I believe. And I don't blame you, because I know you run 2204 motors on all your quads, and you wouldn't probably be able to tell it like I can with my 2207s and 2208 motors. But even with these low pitch props on, you'll see in the little clip I show here in a minute, I mean, just in a few seconds I'm done dropping down into like the 11 volt range, 12 volt range. That is not right. So they'll do, because they look like brand new, but they sure ain't what I was expecting. Okay guys, I've got one of his Gobat 1300 100C Lipos hooked up to my AccuCell 6 50 watt Taranis charger, and let's see here if we can, let's hit start and check the battery. Alright, and you guys can see it's showing 15 on the one cell, 12 on the next one, 12 on the next one, and 12 on the next one. Now guys, that's pretty high resistance actually. A good Lipo is anywhere from, when they're new, they're like 5 or below on the resistance. And once you start getting up into the 10 range, I mean, you know, you put a lot of use into them usually. So I don't know what the deal is here, because he says he's only got about 4 flats on each one of these batteries. Now Mike, I'm not blaming you, brother, because I know, like I say, you fly 2204 motors, and so you probably thought they were still good. But I don't know how well they're going to do once I put my high pitch props back on, because that's really going to draw some amps, and I just don't think they're going to work. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to know